Guy faked a live stream to murder.
This dude going to jail for a long time.
This YouTuber told everyone he was live streaming a game.
Wait a minute. This is an Addersy video? Let me see if I can just pull this up. So, getting life in prison for this stream. Wow. Okay, let's check out what's going on with this dude here. He seems like he's a funny guy.
When he was live streaming a game, but prosecutors say that was all an alibi and he was lying. So they gave him life in prison. So it's safe to say we have quite the insane story today. So this guy thought he figured it out, I guess.
That's very normal.
He really thought he was smarter than everyone else, because on the night of December 18th, 2022, there's a full 6-hour YouTube live stream of him sitting at home playing Grand Theft Auto while drinking and joking around. At one point, he even tells viewers, "I'm not leaving the house tonight." And somehow that was supposed to be his airtight alibi, except prosecutors say that the same night, during the exact same stream, he was miles away committing the attack that would later lead to his conviction. And now,
So wait, did he like record it preemptively and then put it up on Twitch? Basically like a broadcast? Was he like recording his screen while he was playing the video? That seems like possibly what happened in this instance. I don't know. They're going to explain it, I'm sure.
Now, after a full trial, a jury has looked into all of it and decided his alibi was a complete lie. So, Stephen McCullough, also known online as Vote Saxon07, has been found guilty in Belfast Crown Court. And when the verdict was read, people cheered, some were crying, and it was one of those moments where you could actually feel how long all this has been building. Because this case was just so unbelievably strange, and it was all backed by such a reckless plan. But I guess to understand why this hit so hard, you kind of have to understand what this was all about. So Natalie McNally, she was 32 years old. She was about 15 weeks pregnant, and everything about her life to that point suggested that she was moving forward. This was the kind of situation where she was close to her family, her parents, her brothers. This was the kind of situation where a new baby is super exciting for everyone in the family. Like, there was a future being built here, and Steven was supposed to be a part of that picture. But the two had met just months earlier, and things moved quickly. And when she told him that she was pregnant, the messages shown in court made it seem like he was on board. As he was calling the baby Little Squish. So I guess on the surface, it looked somewhat normal. As he was calling the baby Little Squish. So I guess on the surface, it looked somewhat normal. But then comes December 18th, which was a Sunday night about a week before Christmas. Natalie's at home, and earlier that day, she'd even liked to post promoting Steven's stream, which was about a 6-hour session that started at 6 p.m. Just a normal live stream, except it wasn't. Because between 8:50 and 9:30 p.m., something happened inside that house that would later be described in court as a planned, calculated, and premeditated attack. And while all this is happening, his YouTube channel was still live. He posted pretty often, stuff like gaming and Doctor Who content, of all things. And if you actually watch parts of that stream, it almost feels surreal. So he's sitting there in a Santa hat, talking to viewers, pouring himself drinks, playing GTA like nothing in the world is happening. And then there's the part that just hits a little bit different.
So wait, how is this happening? How is that working like that? Is he just broadcasting a video? Is that what he's doing? I'm assuming that's what's happening. Honestly, I'm answering my own question here. I mean, they're going to explain it, I'm sure.
He says it's going to be a really good Christmas this year, you know, knowing that he pre-recorded this to go do what he was about to do. But the next morning, Natalie is found. Steven is the one who calls it in, and he presents himself as the grieving boyfriend. And I hate to say it, but for a moment, it actually worked, because when police look at him, there's this 6-hour video sitting right there, a full timeline at his home, but that's where things start getting really weird. It does seem a little bit too convenient. Like, a pregnant woman is just attacked in her home, and her boyfriend just happens to have a full 6-hour video of himself online at the exact time. Like, it would make more sense if he was one of those daily streamers, but if he just streamed...
Wait, so he just randomly decided to do it out of nowhere and wasn't actually consistently streaming? Dude, what a fucking dunce. I mean, none of this shit is good, but like, how is he gonna expect that to work, bro? What the fuck?
Here and there, I don't know. It's hard to really know because his page has been nuked on YouTube, so yeah. But there were posts going around breaking down the timeline, trying to make sense of it. People pointed out how earlier that same day, Natalie had interacted with a post promoting the stream. But the more you looked, the more things just didn't really sit right. So for starters, the way the stream was set up. Right at the beginning, he tells viewers there's a technical issue and that he won't be interacting with the chat. So chat amongst yourselves, he said.
Because this streaming software is kind of up the left, it means I can't check the live chat, which is a real shame. So by all means, talk amongst yourselves. I could use my phone to dip in every now and again and check it, but phone's
Why
away.
don't you?
Can't look at the live chat for some bloody reason, because if I do, it makes the whole thing freeze and OBS just screws up.
I guess you can say that's the first red flag, because if you've ever watched a live stream, you already know. I mean, interaction happens.
Bro, honestly, that's not even that convincing too. It's like he is very much like he's setting that up like that. It's weird as fuck.
Especially on like a sit down gaming stream with not like a whole bunch of viewers. Like, for example, I stream here on this channel and I do interact a little bit with chat, but for the most part, when I live stream, I kind of live stream like I'm recording a video. So I just like start the stream and then I just, you know, report or do the whole video, but I do it live. So in those streams, because they're way shorter than like a 6-hour stream, I don't interact with chat too much. I do talk.
By the way, guys, that's also what I do, guys. You can check me out on my Twitch channel. It's the same name as my YouTube. So if you look at there, if you're interested.
Talk to it a little bit though. But here, in 6 hours, he didn't interact a single time with chat, which is crazy, especially with the whole point of that kind of stream is, you know, to be an interactive live stream, not to be a VOD. I guess for him, it was meant to be a VOD though, because, you know, it was his alibi. I digress. But he then also had moments in a stream that, looking back now, are just very unsettling.
Like, I was reading somewhere recently, like the amount of police force that we have lost over the last 12 years is just frightening, and no wonder crime is on the rise. That's why I like sticking to just doing crimes in a video game, because I'm a bit of a sadistic, I suppose. But then again, it is a video game, you know. It's not like it's got real world consequences, so who gives a I need to kill this, I need to take her down. Attack, panic, attack. That's what we're doing.
That's strange, bro. What a coincidence. Oh, what on
And
earth?
later he tries to balance that out by saying, in real life, I'm an absolute sweetheart. Apparently not. It feels like a joke. It wasn't for the fact that this evil human being stole a pregnant woman's life. Like, even small details felt off. Like, his phone was completely inactive during the exact window of the attack. Then suddenly his phone was active again right when the stream ends. Super convenient. I guess his explanation was that he'd been drinking and was basically just passed out. And for a while, that's where the case sat. He was arrested, then he was
close to getting away with it. Oh my God. I mean, dude, he really tried hard too.
released.
Wow.
His status was downgraded and other people were questioned. And police even appealed to the public for information, offering a reward, which kind of tells you everything, because I feel like you don't really do that if you're confident you have your guy. Meanwhile, during this time, he's still around and close to the family, and that is just next level messed up. Prosecutors later said the family literally bring him in, they console him, and they support him. So to number one, do that to begin with, and then number two, still console and be there for the family. Like, it's just, there's so many.
That's like beyond apostle level status of evil, bro. Like, you are manipulating people to the fullest right now.
Layers of how messed up this is. But thankfully, when you upload videos, there's metadata and timestamps and file history and encoding details. So I guess when the cybercrime unit started digging into that live stream, they found that video wasn't live at all. That video was actually recorded days earlier on December 14th. It was saved as a file, then uploaded and played back later to look like it was happening in real time, which means that entire 6-hour alibi was fake. And once you know that, everything about this weird stream suddenly makes way more sense. So in court, prosecutor Charles McCraner, he said his claims that between 6 p.m. and midnight that he was going live was complete fabrication. And at that point, the entire case flips, because when you need a fake alibi, chances are you probably were doing something that you weren't supposed to do. So please.
Wow, dude. Honestly, the cybercrime investigation unit, that sounds like a badass group of people. Like, they're going in and they're probably checking where this guy, like he said, where this guy had actually made the recording and saved it, and then how he uploaded it to the channel, and then he was able to record that or broadcast it. Like, they can see all of that shit and go in and check it out, and that is really, really cool, honestly.
Bring him back in, and at first he tries to hold on to it even after being confronted with the evidence. He reportedly says that it's literally impossible the stream wasn't live, which at that point just sounds like desperation, because he just doesn't want to accept the fact that he did what he did, and now he's going to get the consequences for doing what he did. But also, I mean, if he went and did that because he got a girl pregnant, clearly he doesn't even own his own actions. He is literally just a man-child,
which is wild, dude. What on earth, bro? Like, what the fuck? Thinking about that shit, there is something seriously tapping into the psyches of strange people, and it is making them act out. That is fucking nuts.
Makes this so depressing, because, I mean, dude essentially got something that so many people dream of, and decided to just destroy 3 lives just like that. It's sad. It's so sad. Honestly,
Really, and not only theirs, man, he's destroying that girl's family's lives too, and they're having to live without all of that, bro. It just shatters everything. It's absurd.
way more lives
Holy,
because he also, ruined the life of her family
there,
and his
there,
family because
there.
now his
Yeah,
family has to live with the fact that they raised a monster and now her family doesn't have her anymore. This
or their
is so
grandkid.
tragic. So I
Wow.
mean, honestly, it's not surprising that he was already caught and he's still trying to argue his way out of it. Like he's pathetic. So, I mean, they show him the timestamps and he's just like, no, that's impossible. I was live. And at that point, give it up, dude. But eventually, the story does change. And in a prepared statement, he admits that the stream was pre recorded. But instead of explaining why, he just pivots and he says that he was home drinking and asleep for most of the night. But he still
Of course, dude. He's gonna ride that shit till the day he's buried under the jail, probably. He's never gonna admit it, I bet. It's gonna take a lot. He seems like a scumbag.
claims that he never left the house. And prosecutors
Wow.
were not buying that for a second. And now, with the alibi gone, investigators start actually rebuilding what they thought would have happened that night. So prosecutors showed that in days leading up to December 18th, he had been searching transport routes, which included bus times, train schedules, and specific routes between Lisburn and Lurgan. And the same routes would later show up in CCTV. So
Interesting.
on the night itself, they say that he leaves the home while that pre-recorded stream is playing in a freaking disguise. Are you joking? Bro left his house with one of those like the glasses with a mustache on.
Mustache,
Regardless, he had his face
yeah.
covered, hood up, carrying a bag, and he was wearing gloves. And at one point, the person removes a black glove and underneath it, a yellow glove. I'm kind of surprised.
That is super crazy, dude. This guy was like paranoid as fuck. Obviously, he's doing some crazy shit, but the links that he's going shows that he knows how bad that was, bro. Wow, wow, wow.
Surprised that he thought he could outsmart everyone and do this, but the footage continues, and the same figure is seen arriving in Lurgan, walking through the town, and heading to the direction of Natalie's home. And at one point, prosecutors say he even changes his appearance again, switching clothing near her neighborhood. And
Wow.
as angry as this makes me, it's kind of nice to know that he just wanted to get away with it so badly, and he failed this miserably. Like, he tried to be some, like, giga brain dude and figure out how to get away with all this, but no, he's just a complete moron. It's like,
Dude, if he was so smart, he would have been able to figure out how to like handle all this shit in a healthy way and explain to that lady that he didn't mean to get her pregnant and that he wasn't ready for that responsibility and then just try to do his best to take care of things as a man, bro. But instead, he obviously, like he said, can't be accountable for his actions. What the fuck, bro? This is stupid. I mean, even if you make a mistake, like own up to your mistakes, man. Not the murdering part, but like all the other shit. Like the fact that he reacted to getting a girl pregnant by acting this way and doing these things is insane. And it's an absurdly obtuse overreaction that cannot be undone now because of the level of fucking bad shit that's went on because of the way that he reacted to something that wasn't calling for this, dude. What the hell?
wow, congratulations, dude. Enjoy your life in a cell for the rest of your life. But after everything happens, there's
Hopefully.
more footage, and then you see the person leaving the area, getting into a taxi, and heading back to his home. So just days after everything happened, he attends the wake at Natalie's family's home. And this part is honestly kind of hard to wrap your head around because according to prosecutors, the family welcomed him in. And at one point, he goes back to the family's home again and spends time there. And then he leaves. And then about 40 minutes later, he comes back. And apparently the reason he came back was he said he forgot his phone, which, that happens. People forget things. But the problem is he'd been recording on that phone the entire time. Investigators later believe that he left it there on purpose to capture what the family was saying after he left. And I guess he did this because he was trying to find out if they suspected him of, doing it. You know what a life hack is to, not have to worry about those things? Just don't do that. If you don't end someone's life, you don't have to worry about if people think that you ended someone's life or not. It's pretty simple. But at the end,
Make better decisions than that, guys. It's never worth it. There's nothing in this world that is going to make that worth it unless they're trying to take your life, man. I don't understand what is wrong with people that they think that all these, like, bro, you're done if you do that shit. You're done if you do that shit. There's not a reason why it's worth it. You're gonna throw your life away along with the person you take. Like, bro, stop it.
End of everything, the jury goes out to deliberate, and it doesn't take long, only about 2 hours. And the verdict comes back as
sure.
guilty. And the
I'm
rumor
sure.
erupts. People were celebrating
Look at
so much
bro.
the judge
Hot and steaming on a plate, hand it to him and shove his face in it, bro. I bet they were happy to hand that over, man.
had
Oh
to
my
step
God.
in for the proceedings to actually go on. McCallow shows no reaction, and the defense suggested during the trial that someone else had done it. And I guess he just maintained that he didn't
No.
do it, regardless if
Not true.
there's so much information that makes it seem like he did so. But at the end of the day, I mean, the jury didn't buy it, and he's now been handed a life sentence with a minimum term to be set later. So yeah, this is just an awful alibi planned out by a complete moron. And now his reward for all this is spending the rest of his life in prison. So, well played. Complete skill issue, dude. Maybe you should
Play stupid games, you're gonna win stupid prizes, bro. Oh my God. That's something that I think about all the time with all these things, man. All the shit that we watch on the internet and see these stupid people making these decisions. Play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. That's literally all it boils down to, bro. Shout out to Adzy for the video. Shout out to this little duck on his mic stand. That's pretty cool. Shout out to his fucking boom arm and shit. That's nice. Gamer Gulp, they seem cool as well. Definitely let me know what you guys think about all this shit down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.